hunting the past in 3 decades with a degree in history and East Asian studies. Japan Treasure Hunters has found historical treasures in the mountains of Idaho, beaches and mountains of Japan,
Izuzuba.
iconic World War II locations, and now begins a new adventure to uncover lost history in the Pacific. Hey, good afternoon, Antonelli. How are you doing today?
Good, good.
Good. So what do we got going on in this place? This looks amazing.
Yeah, welcome to our neighbor's Latte Quarry. Latte Quarry is a limestone foundation for houses, and it's also the use as a burial monument. And Taga Quarry, this is how they really show how do they do the project of the limestone. Is they remove the top soil. Then after removing the top soil, they come to the bedrock. So they come to the bedrock and they measure how big they want, and they pile a wood. Then they start burning the wood. The reason why they burn the wood is to get the rock softness and easy to carve. Then they use a shell edges and basalt stone edges. That's what they use to carve. Then when they carve everything, then whatever hard, they put again wood and they start burning until they come to how deep they want the capstone or the pillar is. Then cutting it off. When they come to the bottom and you're gonna cut it off, they cut maybe about this size or maybe about 2 to 3 feet. Then they cut half, then they put a rock, big rock, so it's gonna work it will protect the rock, will not fall to the person that's gonna cut it.
Right.
Then every cut they put a rock again. Then after they cutting it, they use the soil that they dig up, they use it to cover it back in. So the capstone, you can see the capstone right here. This is how it looks. Yeah, you see that when they cut the capstone, they use the soil back in and just to lift it up. That's how they pick it up.
Wow. So
Then,
going from here to a site,
yeah.
how would they get these huge things from here to
another place?
Yeah.
Many years ago, this place was kind of a lot of trees that they've been cutting because there's many people that have been living, and they always use wood for their own for survival of their own living. So in this area that they've been cutting wood, they find a trail how to move them easy way down to the where they're gonna locate it. And in Titetu Beach, that area, that this morning we had some pair of this down there. So I believe that this Latte Quarry will be located down to that area, because when you see that place, it's all sandy. Yeah, there's no rocky area.
Right.
It's all sandy. So the Chief Taga decided to build his home there because the place is very, very smooth area.
And oceanfront property.
Yeah. And close to the ocean.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Then we had a group from University of Guam that came here and they take the measurement just to find the weight of the pillar and the capstone. So the capstone is about the weight of 32 tons.
32 tons. That's
Then the pillar is
lot.
a 36 ton.
32 tons. So that's 64,000 pounds for that. 34, that's 68,000 pounds. That's a lot of pounds to move.
Yeah.
So did they have them on logs and roll them?
I believe that's what they do.
Wow.
They use a log, then they will put it in the ground and they put it in the top of the log. And I believe maybe they might use coconut too to help the log, so it's not going to be really damaged.
Right,
yeah.
right. That would make sense for the coconut, because they're everywhere. So how would they get this top piece onto the bottom piece?
Okay, how to lift it up?
Yeah.
Okay, this is how they do when they lift up the pillar. When you lift up the pillar, then they use a soil about 45-degree angle backfill. Then some kind of a coconut leaf, they put it up, the fishing up. Then they put the capstone and they slide it up, or they pull it up until they put on the top of the pillar. Then that's the time they remove the soil. Then the other option, we discovered some of artifacts on Saipan that was a kind of a rock that there's a hole when there's line around. It means like kind of a pulley.
A pulley, right.
So it means that the limestone also, they might be using a 4 big lumber. Then they put the pulley Then they lifted up the capstone,
Right.
and then they put it in the top, and that's the time they untie the capstone.
Wow, that's amazing. So the chief's place where we were at earlier, the base was 24 feet. Actually, the whole Latte stone was 24 feet tall.
Yes.
And he had 4 of those, or was there like 6? So 3 and 3.
I think this one might be more because imagine we had down there like 3 or 4 down there.
Yeah, right.
Then we still have the rest here. That it might be seven
Wow.
pillar in different row.
Wow.
So it might be a 14 column.
That's amazing. That's insane. That just there's hardly any words to express how amazing that is, because there's no modern equipment to move anything.
Yeah.
Nothing modern to carve these out.
Yeah.
All by hand. I'm sure they used rock, right, to pound it out.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Then the other thing that it's not been erected because the reason why you can see the pillar right there,
Right.
that is about to move it, so it broke. So the reason why that it broke, it might be overheat by the fire. Then sometimes it's overheat, but you don't see the damage. But when it's about time to move it, that's the time it broke because it's overheated.
So it looks like there was a lot of work here. So what happened? Did they just stop, or why would they stop doing all this work and just leave it?
The reason why they stopped this just maybe because about the damage. Then Chief Taga decided that he's gonna give up this project and he's moving to Tinian.
Oh.
So he moved to Tinian, and that's where he built his own home. So if you visit Tinian, you're gonna see that house of Taga.
Oh.
And the house of Taga in Tinian, Taga decided to make it a little bit smaller. So he built the one in Tinian about 18 feet.
About 18 feet. Oh, 15.
18 feet tall, yeah.
Wow. Still, that's pretty tall. That's.
Yeah.
So he just was like, you know what, boys, I'm done. Let's roll out. I'm going to Tinian because it seems a lot nicer over there.
Yeah, might be, yeah.
Wow. It's a lot of work for naught.
Or might be the limestone might be more stronger in Tinian than on Rota.
True. Nice.
But the way you look at it, the construction, when they use fire, so if you don't have no control with fire, of course, you damage a lot. Even though you don't see it that it's damaged, but when it's time to move it, it broke.
So how old is this quarry?
This quarry is about 2,000.
2,000?
2,000 years. Yeah.
Wow, 2,000 years ago. Wow. It's almost, wow. Amazing.